Welcome to Southern Maryland Electric Cooperative. For those of you who have never belonged to an electric cooperative, we want to introduce you to SMECO and explain what electric co-ops are all about. Hello, I'm Joe Slater. Although it may be hard to imagine, at one time, Southern Maryland was sparsely populated with little development beyond the county seats of Prince Frederick, Leonardtown, and La Plata, and there was little to no electric service to homes in the area. With so few people living here, the large electric companies in Washington and Baltimore had no interest in serving Southern Maryland, so the formation of our co-op really was a self-help grassroots effort. A small group of people took it upon themselves to build and grow an electric utility that would serve their friends, neighbors, local farms, and businesses. SMECO was formed in 1937, the same year as many other electric co-ops across the country. And in 2012, 75 years after our founding, our National Association produced a short video to show how electric cooperatives intrinsically change the lives of millions of people. Take a look.
Imagine, if you will, what it must have been like after dark in the farms, ranches, and small towns of America 75 years ago. Before there was power. Before there was electricity. But that was all about to change. And change it did when farmers, ranchers, and rural families banded together to shine a light on the need to turn the lights on in rural America. Cooperation created the electric co-ops, and the co-ops created a movement so profound that President Franklin Roosevelt said, "The forward march of electric cooperatives has an even more profound significance in terms of our fight to preserve democracy." Is there any finer representation of democracy at work than neighbors helping neighbors? When the electric co-ops were born, something much bigger happened. For when we turn the lights on, we help democratize the American dream for the people, families, farms, ranches, and businesses of rural America. The effect was so powerful that in 1940, a man sitting in a pew in a small rural church in Tennessee was moved to say, "Brothers and sisters, I want to tell you two things. The greatest thing in the world is to have God in your heart, and the next greatest thing on earth is to have electricity in your home." 75 years ago, a handful of farmers and ranchers, united by the common values of honesty, responsibility, equality, and solidarity, and armed only with a powerful purpose, took the lead, banded together, and answered the call. Today, a new generation of electric co-op members, just like the farmers, ranchers, and rural families did 75 years ago, must again answer the call. We are the owners of the co-ops and are the fabric of the communities in which we live and work. And as faith and trust in other institutions sink, the need to empower, inspire, and mobilize each other to take care of ourselves, our neighbors, and our communities rises. Let it be known, it is time for this new generation to turn the lights on again, to power, protect, and grow our communities, not just with the electricity of our infrastructure, but with the electricity of our purpose, passion, ideas, and will, to ensure that the quality of life in all of the communities in which we live and work is improved. For our purpose is a mighty one, to power communities and empower members to improve the quality of their lives. And when we live up to our purpose, we relight the American dream. Think back now about the profound impact our founding members made 3/4 of a century ago and grab hold of that same spirit, because we are the electric cooperative members of tomorrow, and our work has just begun.
So what makes SMECO successful? We stay true to our roots by focusing on our customer members in everything we do. That is what drives our investment in technology, in constructing substations and transmission lines, in our fleet of vehicles and line trucks, in our workforce, and in our facilities. We know that electricity is a vital necessity to each and every one of our customers, but it's not enough just to keep the lights on. We do our best to make sure that our members get the highest quality customer service we can provide. Our contact center is open 24/7. We make it easy for customers to pay their bills online, by phone, and with credit cards. We educate customers about using energy wisely because we understand the value of a dollar, and our staff is responsive to our customer members. As a customer member, you participate in your co-op's management by attending the annual meeting and electing SMECO members who serve on our board of directors. When you pay your monthly electric bill, SMECO uses those funds for operational expenses and to invest in upgrading our equipment and facilities. Cooperatives don't have stockholders, so every penny you pay goes towards purchasing energy or running the co-op. At the end of the year, SMECO's margins, our profits, are allocated to a special account to be returned to you at a later date in the form of capital credits. In our first 75 years, we refunded more than $83 million in capital credits to our customer members. Electric utilities have seen a lot of changes in recent years. Innovations in automated equipment, electronic communications, and information technology have spurred initiatives in advanced metering infrastructure, smart meters, and energy management. SMECO is at the forefront of innovation. We built a solar farm that was completed in 2012, right here in the heart of southern Maryland, and we purchased renewable energy from wind farms in Pennsylvania. We also have an arrangement with the Panda Brandywine plant, located just north of Waldorf, which uses natural gas to generate electricity. Purchasing power from this local facility helps keep SMECO's rates low. And to ensure the reliability of our system, we have undertaken the construction of a 230,000-volt line through Calvert and St. Mary's counties to complete a transmission loop through our service area. When SMECO was started in 1937, a small group of dedicated people made it their mission to bring electricity to southern Maryland. Because of them, we're able to share our story with you today. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about your electric co-op. And be assured, whether we are improving customer service, implementing new technologies, or constructing new facilities, our mission to serve our members faithfully continues today the same as it did when the co-op was formed.